I hate doing stories like this. I really do. And it seems like time and time again, we end up at the same place. So this time, it was Young Dolph. I'm familiar with Young Dolph. I listened to a couple of songs from Young Dolph. I ain't gonna sit here in front neck like he was on heavy rotation on my devices because he wasn't. But I do know who Young Dolph is, and I'm familiar more than enough with a couple of the people that Young Dolph has beef with in the past. And sad as it is, here we are again. Hey, hey, the mass, what's going on? So evidently, Young Dolph was walking out of a place called Makita's Cookies. It's located in Memphis, where he's from, in the adjacent area where he's from, and it's right next door to a local grocery store. So this is how broad this was. Evidently, Young Dolph had got into some situation, some argument, some disagreement, or something like that, probably with somebody trying to start something with him in Makita's Cookies. Now, as far as I know, this place, Makita's Cookies, is like a heavy staplet, if you want to say, in Memphis. It's a black owned business by a black owned woman named Makita, I'm assuming, or her daughter or somebody in her family. I've never been to Memphis like that. Regardless of whatever the place is, argument ensued inside, and apparently, reportedly, either inside the restaurant or outside the restaurant, he was then subsequently shot and killed. There has not been any information how many times he was shot. There has not been any information on what escalated the argument. There has not even been any information released to the public as far as if they're looking for a suspect, which I also find kind of odd. There is no ongoing investigation to find out who the assailant is. There was no mention of him. Nothing. Nothing. And I find it hard to believe because Memphis, even though it's a city, it's a small place. You know what I mean? I have been there. I just don't know the place like I would know Miami or something like that. Hey, Dabba, what's going on, Tina Gray? There's a video on Twitter of him going there last week. Exactly. He frequent this place. So everybody in Memphis evidently is familiar with this place and familiar with Dolph coming in there. And maybe that was the case. Maybe someone knew because see, it's one thing you got to be real careful when you're a victim of habit. You understand what I mean? And if you're a person that is known to beef with people, if you're a person that's known, because make no mistake about it, from Takashi 69 to many others, him and Takashi I think was the biggest beef that I saw. But these he's going with it with a lot of people. You know what I mean? I think the guy was a good guy because the people that intricately knew this guy all had good things to say about him. Some of the biggest names that come out and offered their condolences is Rick Ross and numerous others. So make no mistake about it, even though he was in the trap side of the game, he was a good man, evidently inside. In fact, I want to point this out. Young Dolph somehow accumulated over a dozen plus homes that he had bought in the Memphis area in anticipation of when his kids will become adults, that he would be able to pass those homes on to them and financially they would already be able to start out. One of the things I want to do as I move forward here in life and why I always mention my shipping container homes. And just to use that as an example, this is can be a reality for you if funded or making the right funds, you know? So I always encourage people to go buy my single and things like that because these things can happen. I've seen them happen. Young Dolph had good intentions. I think where he messed up was the beefing. The beefing. I've talked about this a million times. The beefing. I do it sometimes and I get caught up in it too. But the difference between a YouTuber beef, I think, versus a rapper beef is that the YouTuber beef is one thing. You know, it's real words. Maybe if we see each other in person, it might be a fist thrown or something like that. But it's never to the depths of where it's outside of that. Now, as a musician and formerly a rapper, still a rapper, but more of a singer, I can tell you from things that I've seen from all the way back with Biggie, R.I.P. to Big. You understand? That was before I was with Bad Boy Entertainment. Big died. I wasn't there when Big had passed away. But from that instance to Tupac and on and on and on, you see where this the smallest word of words from bravado from the streets, and I know it well. This the smallest word for words from bravado in the streets can lead to situations like this. And if I had to take a guess, I think the person that was in there was anticipating for Young Dolph to come in there. That's what I think. And the reason I say that is because it was one thing that stuck out to me. He frequents this place every time he comes to Memphis, meaning that someone locally has seen him in the store. He grew up in the adjacent area around there. It starts with an A. I can't think of the name of it right now to save my life, but he grew up in this adjacent area around in this, I guess you would call it maybe a municipality within Memphis. This is sad, man. This is real sad. You know, within the course of a week, we are now once again talking about somebody else that died. But even further enough than that, this is the funny thing. And nobody's going to pay attention to this. Nobody's going to point this out and all their tributes. And, oh, we got to get, and this is the shit I'll be talking about all the time. He got killed in a black neighborhood. He got killed in a black neighborhood with black people surrounding them in a black environment in the mostly black state of Memphis. And nobody's going to point that out. None of these motherfuckers that went to go kill, the same way they would have went in that store to kill young Dolph with the intentions, which I rightfully believe that was a lineup. It sounded like a lineup, and I don't even know all the details. Okay, and Marquita's cookies, if you see this or somebody else, I'm not saying it was you, but somebody knew that he frequents your store. And sometimes accidentally, ladies, you can be like this in the point of glee. You can be like, yeah, young Dolph come in and cash me out every time he come into town. You know, da 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 da. Somebody sitting right in the corner like this. A word. I saw that nigga with a $30,000 rope on, or I saw him with a $120,000 pendant on, or I saw him with a ring look like it's worth about 50. That would sit me right well. You know what I'm saying? That's how people think nowadays within these culture communities. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all stop believing this bullshit about all black people together because they're fucking not. Last night when I did my little post and I was talking about my experience with being homeless with people that didn't know me or whatever, I probably think I lost somewhere around about 20 or 30 people last night. So that's why you see it go from 7.3 to 7.2 because people don't want to live in that fucking reality. This dude didn't get killed by anybody that was white or a Klansman or anybody else. He got shot in the fucking hood where he was trying to do good. And people around the community say that. They talk about how much he helped out people. They talk about how much he gave money to people. They talk about how he made sure people were straight or whatever. All these good stories about the man, outside of regardless of who he was beefing with or whatever, the primary premise remains this was a good man underneath it all. And I understand it because I know people here in the Northeast that are like that. I know people in Cali that are like that. I know people in Miami that were like that. If I was in Miami or Cali when I was going through what I was going through, it wouldn't have went down like that. You understand? So I want y'all to take this with y'all. You're right. We take each other down. And my kids got RP daddy tattoos because another black man, too many fatherless children. Exactly. Kareem Smith, long time, brother. How you doing? Seemed like a good dude. He was a good dude. I think he was a good dude. Y'all excuse me, I just finished eating. I think he was a good dude. And nothing can elude me to thinking anything else because I heard of some of the philanthropic things he did before. This is how you test motherfuckers, all right? Because y'all need to know this because apparently there is a new day and time out here, all right? And as far as, and for me, it's a step back to the past, you know, it's return to the primitive, if you want to say. I remember seeing this before, and I was a kid when it happened. And it was around the 80s and in the early 90s when you would have people just randomly, both black and Spanish, just shooting left and right, shooting left and right. I'm talking about the highlight of Nietas, the highlight of Latin Kings, the highlight of Los Salidos, 20 Love. All those games were out right then and there from that late 80s point, I'd say 88, 89, all the way up until maybe 95, 97, if you want to say. You know what I mean? Everybody wearing their rosary beads. Anybody remember that? I do. I wore them. You know what I'm saying? So this is the funny thing. Yeah, I was active. Trust me. I was. If anything you could say about me, I was one of the reality ones that was active. Like not telling those stories, not telling somebody else. No, I was really in that shit. And I know a lot of people look at me, they're like, oh, I did everything. Hit the gun, go get extra guns for everybody else. I was the biscuit man. If we got some problems with somebody, whatever, they standing there, they're like, oh, this pretty ass slim nigga. Da, 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 da. Oh, that's the nigga with the 357. I've been that guy. You know what I mean? Certified, solidified, and people will tell you, and I don't even have to speak for it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the reasons why the area that I was up all around, you know what I'm saying? People have a certain respect for me. You understand what I'm saying? It's not the music industry. They have respect for me because they know I really did this shit, you know? So I know the difference between the two when I see it. Young Dolph had a very serious problem. He was one of the real ones. Oh, they hate the real ones. Y'all ain't know. They hate the real ones. If you the real authentic deal, they don't like you. Mm-mm. A lot of motherfuckers don't like me because I'm authentic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will shrug their faces at me because they'll say, this is the most hypocritical thing you could say to somebody. Why you on YouTube asking for donations, nigga? Why you got a cash up, nigga? That's where you know that fake nigga shit come in. You see what I'm saying? Fake motherfuckers killed that boy. Fake motherfuckers. Fake motherfuckers. They killed that boy. And if you don't believe me, you can believe whatever you want to. And this is a thing that's going on down south, and I can speak about the south because south in my blood. Shout out to Florida, shout out to Virginia. Let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of poisonous vein or fatherless children you motherfuckers have become, but you become some of the worst motherfuckers I could ever imagine. You know what? Let me be quite honest with you. We've got to start separating what motherfuckers stay on YouTube and say online versus what's really happening in the world. And what you're saying on YouTube and what you're saying online is not matching up to what's happening in these streets. You understand what I'm saying? We got a lot of the kids, like Corey Holcomb say, I don't like to take people's words and don't credit them, but we got a lot of people out here that are the ex and offspring of ex-club bitches. You understand what I'm saying? Ex-club bitches, ex-stripper bitches, ex-trick bitches, and ex-drug dealer daddies, and deadbeat 2-time, 3-time daddies. You understand what I'm saying? Running amok. These motherfuckers raised themselves. And if you hear the story of young Dolph, you hear how he grabbed himself out of Memphis and got out of Memphis, and you know what I'm saying? I want to tell y'all one thing. When y'all start becoming rich, the motherfuckers you grew up around, or that town you grew up around, or that city you grew up around, and people know you heavily, get the fuck out of there. Chief Keef, he was smart enough to do that. He got the fuck out of Chicago after they shot him again. Lil Reese, you need to do the same thing. They done shot you in your goddamn throat. FBG Duck, he should have left Chicago. They shot and killed him in a white suburb of Chicago. So you can go to a white suburb and kill another man of color. And I know a lot of y'all gonna say whatever you want to about FBG Duck and his mother, Mama Duck, and the situation she got on with, that I really never spoke about her screwing one of her own son's ops. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people will speak against that, but once again, it regulates back to what I was saying before. All spring of ex-club bitches. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about single mothers. No. There's some single mothers out here that did hell of a jobs. Having the basketball teams you see in America right now came from single mothers, some of the best players. Now, we're not talking about those single mothers. We're talking about the offspring of ex-club and stripper bitches. Totally different thing. And these motherfuckers and that offsprings are the people responsible for shooting people like young Dolph, for shooting people, and I'm not even going to name any names, but other individuals. See, it's a clout chase to murder you. And it goes back to Jay-Z and his lyrics. I don't respect the nigga that got shot. I respect the shooter. It's embedded in the head. It's embedded in the head. So what do you do? What do? You can't go back and re-raise these motherfuckers. You can't take them off the street legally. I still have a contention with that because I've said this. I said this last week before last when I was in Manhattan. I said it in Times Square, and 4 police officers heard me when I said it. That's why I said it in front of them, and they spoke to me after because they were confirming. Well, everything you're saying is true. If you went and took it upon your liberty to take these little motherfuckers out on your own, and I know I'll probably get something for this, but if you took these little motherfuckers out on your own, I'm not talking about just the common street kid that's out there trying to make some money or some shit like that. No, I'm talking about the ones that are committing damage in the neighborhood, taking good people out of here that are bringing money into the community. Now, let me ask you this. Now that the money that young Dolph was spending in that area and in that neighborhood is gone, is that motherfucker or his crew that killed young Dolph, are they going to replenish it? Or are they going to replenish it? Y'all all should be mad that they killed young Dolph. Not only did he take money out of the community, not only did he take a father away from his kid, but how serious of a fucking conversation, argument can you get in while buying some motherfucking cookies? And if I had to make a guess, I'll say it again. They were there waiting for him. Or they either came over there because they heard he was over there because they had already scoped that he'd be coming over there. Cut close. And I guarantee you, I don't know any of the details about the story right now, but I guarantee you that's exactly how it'll play out. It's exactly how it'll play out. And you got to start asking yourself more and more, especially you guys that are 30. I only start at 30. I say 35 up. You motherfuckers have been in hibernation for a very, very, very long time. And Matt, if I heard you saying some shit like this similar, and I know you a real nigga because I know you in person. You know what I'm saying? Go shout out. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Matt Hoffa's podcast too. A lot of you, and Matt didn't say this like this, I'm paraphrasing it, but I'm paraphrasing it in my form. A lot of people are sitting back and they're not paying attention to the sucker shit embedded within people's mood. They don't even know what to look for no more. Because a lot of you, y'all had kids when you were 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and now you 32, 33, 34, relatively still a kid yourself. Even at 40 something, we're considered kids by grown ass men. You understand what I'm saying? I heard my uncle say before, I won't even respect you as a man until you at least 53, 55 years old. I get it. You understand? These guys, no matter what rapper they kill, one thing I find in unison with all these rappers, I'm not just saying this because I'm a musician, is all these musicians, the young ones specifically, not the older ones, the younger ones. Most of the older rappers ain't shit. All right, I can tell you that straight up and down. I got a single for sale right now. You seeing them rapper motherfuckers coming over to buy my single? You seeing these rapper motherfuckers asking me, yo, do you need any help? You seeing these rapper motherfuckers asking me, yo, he go 3 bands for a donation. I don't give a fuck about you. Don't ever look and put your regard into an older rapper, maybe unless he's Jay-Z. Jay-Z might be the exception. Kanye might be the exception. The rest of the motherfuckers, they're succubus. That go for Talib Kweli, punk ass, who I got into it with. Fuck you, nigga, and it's still fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? To the day I die, and I got the receipts, and you thought that you was slick. That shit's still on my motherfucking Twitter, nigga, when I was arguing with your punk pussy ass. That's a punk sucker ass motherfucker, Talib Kweli. I don't care what nobody say. You're not gonna change my opinion. You a bitch. And I say it to your fucking face, you bitch. You a bitch. You sit around and act like you also for the culture or whatever, but you using the culture to make some money. It's a difference. Real big difference. Talib Kweli is a bitch. If y'all heard the shit, and I'm gonna put it back up again. I'd already put it up on my other page, but if y'all hear the shit this motherfucker said to me, you'll be like, this is Talib Kweli. And I'm like, yes, this is Talib Kweli and his little minions that were right behind him. And he also did it to somebody else that I don't know in person, but I know via the internet, which is Dana with the daddy. He had a situation with her. He had a situation with many other different people. And now that he's been getting different deals or whatever, he's trying to fix the shit up and change his imagery. Nigga, I still remember that shit from 2.5 years ago. You a bitch ass nigga. Factory. Stop fronting and pretending like you care about people. Them older rappers, they don't give a fuck about you. If you can't tell, look at the moves they make. The ones that are concentrated and actually giving something back to these communities, actually giving something back to the people, I'm talking about out of their own fucking pocket, is the younger rappers. And if you put it in a ratio and compare the two, you're going to see it's the younger rappers doing what the older rappers wouldn't do. So basically what the younger rappers are doing is, I wish someone would have did this for me when I was coming up, but none of them older rappers would. So when I get in the position, I'm going to do it. And that's what they do. Just like I tell y'all, once I get back in my position, I got people already preordained in my head that I'm going to do this, do that, do this for. You understand what I'm saying? And then there's other people that they think they're going to ride along with me when it comes to that moment, and I'm going to be like, nah. And you're going to watch it happen in your fucking face. You know what I'm saying? Make no mistake about that. One way or another, I'm a resilient motherfucker. I'll make it happen. So it don't matter if you don't donate. It don't matter if you don't buy my single. I'm still going to cut it. You understand what I'm saying? It's in me. I did this. You know what I mean? I'm already accomplished with it, so I ain't got to talk. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all want to donate, it's $STRINGERBELL80. Get in early, I'm telling you, because I log everything in right here. Like a lot of people, y'all know me on here, but y'all don't know me as well as y'all think y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside my element. I'm not in the office buildings anymore, nothing like that. So it's like, you know what I mean? I'm fighting for my own. So Guys, right down below, make sure you purchase my single. We're trying to sell 2,000 copies, just minimum. That's it, 2,000 copies. And I got 7,000 people plus that follow me. So 2,000 copies shouldn't be nothing. Y'all go hurl, go buy that single, go get that shit. The shit don't sound trash. The shit was recorded at Daddy's House Recording Studio by major producer Flames Flow, who recorded Troy Ave, Cardi B, and a whole host of others when they first started. You know what I'm saying? The one that y'all see, the cover with Cardi B and her legs are split early on. My man Flame Slow, the same one that did 24 Hours to Live for Me, he recorded that. You know what I'm saying? Her whole project. So shout out to Flames Flow. I ain't seen you in a long time, boy. Before I flow, love you. These younger rappers are the ones that are making a difference. And right behind them, you got these other younger wannabe motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, the daddy was a sucker too. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of y'all got daddies that were suckers later on in life. They want to act like they tough. Nigga, you wasn't tough. We was out there with you. I know some of them personally. Your daddy pussy. I had my little motherfucker tell me that once. I said, we used to beat your daddy ass. We used to beat your daddy ass. Fuck out of here. It used to be fun. Yo, Young Dolph, RIP, man. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, this is terrible, and do the regular montage, you know, oh, we gotta get better, we gotta do better. Niggas been saying that shit for 30, 40 fucking years, man. Get the fuck out of here. I live in reality. And the only thing I see is I don't see white people with fucking hoods on bothering me every day. And people I see that bother people all the time always have a black or a brown face, and they always have the ethnicity of black American or Latin American. That's what I see. And specifically the men. Let me tell y'all something about Latin and black men. Not all of them, but a high majority of Latin and black men. They act like suckers. Most of them try to pretend like they tough, put a gun down their throat, and then you see the real bitch come up out of them. Three, most of them, you know what I'm saying? They live their life by bravado, meaning they like to go out and start shit with people for no obvious reason because they think they can. And then there's always those moments when you think you can fuck with somebody and then you realize, oh shit, I made a mistake. You understand? So let me tell you, young boys, something. Be very careful who you out here fucking with. You understand? Because the tables could have flipped and young Dolph we could be talking about young Dolph being arrested for a murder. Let's remember that. We could be talking about young Dolph being arrested for a murder instead of young Dolph being murdered. So either way, it didn't have a good ending. You understand what I mean? Either way, it didn't have a good ending. But I want to understand why a multimillionaire who's spending money with a black business comes into that black business and gets killed. And y'all think we together? They niggas ain't together. You got a segment of these wanna be rich motherfuckers. Yes, I said it correctly. Wanna be rich. You wanna be motherfuckers. You come from trash, most of you that act this way. Most of you that act this way come from homes that never made more than $20,000, $30,000 a year. Most of you that act this way come from a high-rise project some fucking where. Most of you that act this way are some of the most low empathetic, narcissist motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. And it really, in any other term, which you should call it what it is, a spoiled fucking brat. Spoiled fucking brat. A lot of these single mothers, because of their adjacent, I don't want to say it, diss them, but a lot of them with public assistance, things like that, they were able to buy their kids. And then, you know, plus they got a little boyfriend that's a hustler, or she do hair, or sell bud on the side, whatever the fuck she do. A lot of these girls, they raise these boys and they effeminate these boys. They make these boys the same way they are emotional. And so when they get into a situation, they don't have decision-making skills. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I know y'all seen me yelling and screaming at the motherfucker a couple times on camera, so who am I to say something, right? Well, usually I'm ready to deal with the consequences of that. And I usually got the uphold on it because I already peeped them out the minute the octave in your voice went up. That's why I be like, oh, word. I had to show somebody that the other day. I yoked this motherfucker up in his car. He gonna walk past me and say, yo, you think you all that, huh? And I said, nah, I can't let that go. You see what I'm saying? So that's how easily shit can escalate. So you got to weigh in what you actually going after. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I had to make a guess, don't no rich motherfucker go into a cookie shop intending to go buy cookies and end up beefing with somebody on their own regard. that usually comes from somebody starting some shit with you because of your celebrity. You understand what I mean? That's what it is. And as many people I see now, because I'm starting to realize how fucking actual popular I am on YouTube, because I'm starting to get people in the regular world recognize who I am. You understand what I'm saying? And say my name. I had somebody walk up to me on the train. I've had people walk up to me in public. I keep on trying to catch it, but I don't want to make people feel funny. You know what I'm saying? To be like, oh, I'm gonna use you for some footage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna catch one and y'all see what I'm talking about. But I caught one on the train. The dude was like, "Ain't you that dude on YouTube?" I was like, "Yes." Yeah. So he was like, "Yo, peace," you know, like it was lovely. But I know there's some other ones on there that may not like what the fuck I done said. Well, I'm sorry, but I'll say it again. You older rappers, yes, you older rappers, motherfuckers that are older than me, you older CEOs, you older, y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. And the problem is, nobody really want to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all take care of people. Y'all take care of people within y'all circle. You know, family members, people you grew up with, shit like that. Yeah, you take care of those. But do you take care of any new people? I remember Jeezy used to be out there handing out turkeys and shit like Nino Brown down there in Atlanta. I know a couple other people that have been out there doing things for a while and nobody recognizes them for that on a national platform. You understand what I'm saying? And make no mistake about it. When I speak of Jeezy, I speak of that in my age range. You know what I'm saying? Diddy older niggas, Diddy, Jay older niggas is 50 plus. And they tell you they 51 or whatever. Some of them niggas is 54, 56 years old. Tell me I'm lying. I ain't say how old you were. I ain't say how old you were. But some of them niggas is 54, 56 years old. Seen a couple of niggas been 51 for 4 years straight. Come on, B. Come on. Y'all some old niggas. We getting older. We getting old niggas. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all the old niggas. You know what I mean? This shit saddens my heart, man. I don't know what to say about it. And I don't want to get too much into it because then somebody try to walk me into something I don't want to be part of. But I will say this. It would do you best justice not to kill people like Young Dolph, not to kill people like other rappers, too many to mention, because these young men are actually doing what you wish the older rappers would do, which is help. These older rappers are not going to help you, B. They done made their money. I was one of them. You understand what I'm saying? I was one of them. When I say I was one of them, I don't mean I was a rapper. I mean, I was one of them, meaning I was right there working with motherfuckers for 17 years. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't take it from me, ask another person that was around in the same duration. They're going to tell you the same fucking thing. These older rappers are not about shit. They've taught their children how to be narcissists. They've told their children how to be empathetic. They've taught their children and everybody around them. You understand what I'm saying? To want for nobody but for yourself. And if y'all believe anything else, then that's your foolery. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend with this bullshit and act like, look, I'm going to have Cuban and have black. Black people are not together, okay? And your definition of what's together is not my definition of what's together. You can't even speak to each other in the street without getting mad at each other. You'll go out of your way to go talk to somebody white and push down somebody on the floor that's black or brown that look just like you, just so you can impress that person. You have no dignity. You have no dignity. You have no togetherness. You do not build anything together. No, instead, you're in competition with each other. And if one person is rising off the other one, it used to be crabs in a bucket and they would pull them down. Now, the crabs have guns. You're trying to get out the bucket. See, the moral of the story is, I want you to be better. I just don't want you to be better than me. I want you to be better, but I don't want you to be better than me. Nobody in the music industry that is over, I'm going to say 52, 53 years old gives a fuck about you. They give a fuck about cashing out, okay? So when you guys are running around calling yourself CEOs and big chiefs and all this shit, of what? Your block? Of what? The 4-5 niggas that's around you? That you pay for jobs they don't even really do. You just want to make them feel good and put some money in their pocket, so you make up a title. You understand what I'm saying? He's a clothing expediter. What the fuck is a clothing expediter? He makes sure the outfits I want and don't want are correctly separated. Yes, there are people that do shit like that. What's he do? That's my blunt roller. Everywhere I go, he roll blunts for me. That's what he do. I pay him $100,000 a week. People will do this in effect to actually try to get and avoid taxes. That's why you see a lot of the older rappers versus the newer rappers. You ever notice all the older rappers are always in court about some shit, or all the older actors are always in court about some shit? That's why, because they didn't know these things back then and they try to cut corners. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how many times Puff had been in court for taking somebody's sample and not paying them correctly. You still got the fucking the people from Sting and the Police still upset with him. They said it was a couple band members that I had never heard it before, and that's their composition. Make no mistake about it. That's their composition. Every breath you take, every step you take, that's their composition. RP, Notorious B.I.G., man. So the rappers don't care about y'all. And the more and more y'all trying to emulate them or whatever, the more and more silly you look. Stop trying to emulate these niggas. Most of these motherfuckers, let me tell you, let me be quite honest with you, all right? Out of the people that I worked with at Bad Boy Entertainment, right? There was maybe 8 people I can think of that had actually been in the street like I had, like Locks level. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very few of them, maybe like I'm gonna say maybe 7 or 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? And there was maybe 6 or 7 that was going home to that. You understand what I'm saying? 6 or 7 that was going home to that. Rest of them, man, nah. Who wants to argue? You know what I'm saying? Now I know some guys that did work with us. I'm not gonna say all their names. That did do shit like that and got into shit like that. One of them I've known them all my goddamn life, damn near. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You know what I'm talking about. Un compris ma garçon. But other than that, no. These guys tell you stories that they hear somebody else got into it, or they tell you stories about what their uncle did or their cousins did, or whatever. These motherfuckers ain't lived that shit. They wasn't out there busting their gun. They wasn't out there fucking chasing niggas down the block 10 deep. They wasn't slashing their motherfuckers, going to jail, being away. They wasn't doing none of that. I got a history of 8 pages I put up here before me doing shit like that, just to prove my fucking point. You're right. We take each other down every time we get the new ideology now. It seems is people somehow or another in the black community feel the best way I get ahead is destroy you. They come to my page to do it all the time. I'll have people that make up a page. I've had one person because your dumb ass keep using the same email. I keep trying to tell you, dumb off it. They're not very smart either. That's the problem. Listen very carefully, dumb. You've made the same email with the same email signing up now 9 times, and I blocked 9. Now the problem is, most of the time when these people they sit out there and they do what they do, they don't really take an effect what the repercussions are. Now, what do you think is going to happen to them boys that shot young Dolph? What do you think is going to happen to them? You think they're going to be all right? You're going to have to see looking for you, first of all. Then when you put it with trolls on the internet, you understand what I'm saying? Black trolls are the worst. Black trolls and white trolls are the worst. It doesn't matter. Black trolls and white trolls, they both have the same objective, is to take down a man of color. In fact, the black trolls actually work for the white trolls. They just don't even realize it yet. So I have no space for a nigga like that. You understand what I'm saying? I hope you and everybody in your house burn down, motherfucker, including the one that's right here, right now. I see you. But let me tell you something, man. Any motherfucker that sit around and repeatedly makes their own a target, maybe y'all should consider about taking some other measures in your hand. I see y'all celebrate motherfuckers when they come home from jail from 5, 10 years. What did he do? Oh, he shot at a couple of niggas, shit like that. Word. We celebrating him. Standing right beside him will be a guy that just graduated college. And they'd be like, get your lame ass the fuck up on out of here. Oh, well, I just graduated, man. I got my bachelor's. Nobody gives a fuck. And it all comes and it stems from, and that's my honest opinion, Black and Latin people embrace chaos and confusion. I'll say it again, not at a perplexity of total, but most Black and Latin people nowadays, especially that Latinx crowd, they embrace chaos, destruction, and any type of motherfucking crazy shit that you could ever imagine. That's what they embrace. That's what they like. That's what they like. It's what they care for. It's what they like. It's what they talk about. That's what they respond to. You have made your whole cultures, completely about violence. Being a tough guy, being that bitch. Women of color will sit online and get mad when a man come out his mouth and call him a bitch or something like that. Because there's some female rappers that promote this same shit. What's up, City Girls? What's up, Meg? You was playing that tough guy shit, got shot in your foot by yourself. Trying to blame that boy for your motherfucking mistakes. You embrace violence. You live violence. You love violence. And it's all been orchestrated from music you are allowed to create on the fly. That ain't even fucking music. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about, all right? It is what it was, exactly what it was mentioned when it first was heard, mumbling. We use the same technique to build our songs. So the technique we used to build our songs in the past, we use it in partition, right? Only real musicians gonna know what I'm talking about. We use what they do, that technique, to build around our songs as what we call filler. They took that technique and made it into a whole fucking genre. And there's no way that any CEO, there's no way that anybody that's a head of a record company or record label is going to tell me fucking different. I done been in the studios. I done recorded in the studios. Hell, I got video of me in the studio, major studios. I'm not talking about no fucking, I'm over my man's house recording. I've been through more Electric Lady. I done been through Daddy's house recording studio. I done been through Quad. I've been through a couple of studios. Even the smaller studios I was in was top tier. You understand what I'm saying? So, let me tell y'all something, man. These guys that are killing each other currently, they're killing men of significance. And regardless of what they say, I'm not going to say and act like all of them are innocent. Young Dolph wasn't innocent. But did he deserve to get killed in a fucking cookie store? By another person of color. There was a video shoot last night in Manhattan. I'm still trying to figure out who that was. Anybody in New York, y'all know what I'm talking about. It happened down there by 38th Street. It's big talk today. There was so many cops down there called video shoot that went wrong. They hit some boys up, said, yo, such and such out here. I don't know who the rapper is. I think they some upcoming boys. But he's such and such out here. They from opposing, groups or whatever. Came up there, started shooting. This was at a rap video this last night in Manhattan. So the genre has been churned because, in other words, they will replace Young Dolph in 2 weeks. The record company that signed Young Dolph, they will have a replacement for him in 2 weeks, if not sooner. And it'll only be 2 weeks just out of respect. But I guarantee you, watch the label that he was signed to. I'm not talking about his own label. I'm talking about the distribution label. And watch how they will launch a new artist. Just watch. Remember I'm saying what I'm saying right now. Watch the label, who was his major, who he was signed to. Watch them purposely launch a new artist in the wake of his death. And to that record label, tell me I'm fucking lying. Tell me I'm fucking lying. You won't. And you know why you won't? Because this has been a tradition that's been used for a long time. The only problem is we didn't know how repetitious it would become. Last year you had over 30-something rappers get killed. You understand what I'm saying? It's been a lot less this year because of a couple of reasons. Clubs are not open that much. So yeah, I get it. That's why pretty much this was personal. And it was in a cookie shop, not in the club, not outside the club or whatever. I don't know what the COVID rules are currently right now in Memphis. I'm not going to pretend like I do. But I'm willing to bet that a lot of the places that were open previously pre-pandemic are not the same. And that's another problem in society right now as a whole. A lot of these men, I'm going to be real frank with you, okay? Ladies, the worst thing you could do was start doing this whole movement that y'all are doing, right? Because, yeah, you have a lot of power, but you don't know how to wield your power. See, you got a lot of men out here, and you're going to see an uptick, and this is why you see an uptick in assaults. This is why you see an uptick in a lot of things when it comes to violence against women, because a lot of these guys are not fulfilling themselves sexually. A lot of these men are not fulfilling themselves emotionally. a lot of the placements that women used to fulfill and fit, women are feeling that they don't need to fit and fulfill those situations anymore. And in the many of cases, they choose the same sex or another girl, if you don't understand where I'm going, to fulfill that for them. And what I find out is when they get into these types of relationships, a lot of times the women are just, if not more violent. I've seen lesbian couples where the girl has literally, what was it? It had to be maybe 3 years ago. We had to pull this girl off. She was beating the shit out this girl in the middle of motherfucking Brooklyn. I mean, like not just beating her, like punching her a couple times. I'm talking about she had her on the ground, kicking her, scratching at her. The girl would try to get up. She smacked her. Like she started smacking. She went from punching her to smacking her, you know? And I'm just like, yo, word? So we pulled her both off of her. And it was like, and excuse me, not Brooklyn, the Bronx. And I'm just like, yo, word? Like, chick act like she wanted to fight us. And it was three of us. Y'all look at the numbers of Black and Latin lesbians and lesbian couples now. And if you don't see it in society and just take a tally, you'll see it more. So a lot of these women in their negation and their new attitudes or whatever propel a lot of this violence. I hate to say it. When men are getting pussy and men are happy and clubs open and every fucking thing else, where everything's going, you don't see all this violence. That's why it had to wait until the pandemic where you saw all the numbers nationwide jump up with violence. You got to remember, Mode 3 got killed during the pandemic. Extinction setup. These motherfuckers are taking movie roles instead of using them against George Zimmerman or that motherfucker that killed George Floyd. They're using movie acting roles against their own. So, in my opinion, that's a domestic terrorist, and I think your ass should be charged as one. My name is Davin Lewis. Guys, RIP to Young Dolph, first of all. I don't want to get too deep into this, but RIP to Young Dolph. I don't think you deserve that. I don't think Marquita's Cookies down in Memphis should get a bad rep because of this. I do think somebody was definitely following you or knew your repetition or knew how you moved in and out of spots or whatever, my boy. And that's what they did. They followed you. And I want to tell y'all this again. I did this about Terrence J because he was a victim of this not too long ago in California. And the story is still on my page. Terrence J was headed home and some motherfuckers followed him. You understand? And I talked about this before. People thought I was crazy until white people got to get terminology. They got to believe it. The slave mentality is deep. But since a white man confirmed it for you, it's called Follow Me Home Crimes or Follow Me Crimes. This is actually a bill that's written for this shit now. And basically, people have adapted this ideology that they can follow people, and this is from watching too much TV, if you ask me. Motherfuckers will sit back and watch TV and start emulating the things they see online or on TV, and it's some of the nefarious, most insidious shit you can think of. They followed Terrence J home. When Terrence J got to his house, they jumped out the car, pulled out on him. Terrence J was smart enough to pull the fuck off. He pulled off down the street. They followed him. He called the police. I ain't mad at him. They start shooting at him. These are people of color. They still haven't caught him. So in my day-to-day life, I'm just saying for myself, and I'm going to continue to talk like this, and I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it or who does like it. The point is, we have to start being honest. That's the only way you're going to get solutions, and you're not being honest. Being honest is sitting here saying, no, all people of color do not like each other. In fact, I think it's more of a disposition that they don't like each other more than they do like each other collectively. It is what it is. And I think anybody that uses any advocacy of this togetherness shit as their platform all the time, as you see a lot of these motherfuckers are falling off that did those platforms, like they're losing followers. They're losing a lot of shit because people don't want to hear that fucking kumbaya, everything gonna be all right and financial wellness, and we all gonna live in this utopia on Santini, Greece, and we gonna buy back Africa, and we can do it. The Frederick Douglass, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X school right here in Philly. Donations. They made a fucking store out of you niggas. At least I'm fucking honest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I need to get back right. And at least I got a product to offer. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all go buy my single, man. We stay on 2 grand, 2K singles. That's the goal, 2K. And I think we can do. I got 7,000 followers. I ain't even a third of my followers. Go buy my single. It's right below this post. Just hit my name, hit videos. You're gonna love the single. Recorded Daddy's House Recording Studio by Flames Flow, Bad Boy Entertainment, man. Go check it out, man. Go buy the single, man. Support your boy. Or you can donate $STRINGERBELL80. That's Stringer Bell 80. The link is in the description box. Also a PayPal link. Also a sample of the song is in the description box. Also a link to purchase the single is in the description box. Make sure that you wait for your download after you purchase. You'll see a download link appear. Click that link, download your song, and automatically start in most cases. I got to promote myself because ain't none of my brothers or my sisters gonna help me. Psh, you kidding me? I had I had thousands of people following me up into even to now. And I can count on my hand how many people actually reached out. It was like, yo, here you go, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you going through something, whatever, whatever, whatever. So right then and there, I stopped putting my faith in black and Spanish people as a whole period. All right. I don't give a fuck how nobody I lived it, walked through it, went through it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't believe me, I guarantee my voice will echo in any motherfucker in this United States right now that's currently incarcerated or previously incarcerated. I've heard them speak the same way. So it's not making it up. It's not saying that. And I believe that it's harder on the men than it is on the women. And the women have the audacity, not all women, but a good segment of women run around and talk about how it's all hard for them. No, it's hard for me. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you got some problems, you got some issues. Maybe somebody will call you whatever, whatever out your mouth. Maybe somebody made whatever, whatever. And there's streams of you getting sexually assaulted or something like that or whatever. And I ain't got no qualms for that. Any motherfucker that sexually assault a woman, beat on a woman for no reason, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then it is what it is, bruh. But at the same time, I know how to count what is what for what. And most people of color, black people, Latin people specifically, they do not advocate for you unless you already winning. And if I'm already winning and then you want to come along and rock with me, what the fuck do I need you around for, nigga? You dead weight. You don't know the rules, huh? You dead weight. I can't use you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be prepared for all y'all. A lot of y'all got different talents. A lot of y'all got different businesses and everything like that. And I'm trying to tell you right now, do not depend on people of color to support your business. Okay? They will tell you that they're gonna do what they're gonna do, whatever, whatever. But a lot of times you put yourself in danger. A lot of times you're putting yourself in danger just being associated with motherfuckers, certain motherfuckers. And a lot of times, a lot of motherfuckers will deal with you because they got nefarious motives behind it, nefarious motives behind it, meaning that, yeah, I act like I like you, but I really don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. No, we grown now. We ain't kids no more. You understand? We ain't kids no more. And a lot of people got to start realizing that a lot of people out here that are in the black and Latin community aren't friends. They aren't good people. They are, by definition, square bounce or whatever, or regardless of what your moral system is, because people have two sets of moral systems in the black and Latin community, it seems. They have one set of morals and values that they express with black and Latin people, which a lot of times converse towards violence. Then they have one set of morals and dignity that they express just solely and exclusively with whites and other people outside of those two cultures afterly mentioned, black and Latino. Slave mentality, subservience, aim to please. Yes, sir. Aim to please. You watch a nigga in action. Next time you go to the grocery store, right? As you bagging up your groceries, make sure you get in line with somebody in front of you that's white, and you be the next black or Latin customer in a black or Latin person's line, and see the reaction you get. Y'all know what I'm talking about is the truth. Y'all just scared and don't want to hear it. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't want to hear it, that's going to be your demise. May not happen now, but you're neglecting to hear something. It's like a motherfucker telling you, hey, listen, man, that bridge Them bolts keep falling out the bridge, man. I ain't seen like 2 bolts fall out the bridge. That motherfucker might fall down. And you should like, I can make it across the bridge. And then that one day when you go across the bridge, right? What happened? The whole fucking bridge collapsed. Well, you were warned, but you thought because the bridge was in your town, you were safe. Same ideology. These niggas are killing each other. They don't care about each other. Your life is irrelevant to them. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the mentality that these motherfuckers that are 30, I'm not even gonna say 30, I'm gonna say like 28 and under have. They will shoot you. They will kill you. They will maim you. They will do whatever the fuck they got to do to get you the fuck out the way if you stand in their way. And the quicker you run and realize that, and realize everybody ain't out here giving fucking hugs. Everybody ain't out here, hey, brother. That's why I like Kendrick Lamar. Thank you, Kendrick, for saying that shit in your last song with Baby Kim. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Don't come at me with that brother shit. Just like Star say. Because I peep that shit too. Most of you motherfuckers come with that brother shit. The first thing come to me is like, what the fuck you want? The fuck you want? You gotta think. Point in place. Every time a motherfucker come to ask you for some change, what's the first thing they do? Hey, brother, you got any change? Tell the motherfucker no and see his reaction. You'll see the real him come out of it. As soon as a motherfucker want to come and ask you for a cigarette, what's the first thing they do? Hey, brother. Hey, sister. Y'all better watch that shit. Watch that brother and sister shit. Dick Gregory was trying to tell y'all this shit before he left up out of here off this world. The same shit that I'm trying to tell y'all. Live in reality, not fantasy and delusion what you want it to be. Take it for what it is. A lot of you women out here and men out here are failed fathers and mothers. Y'all raised some bastard ass, shitty ass fucking kids. It's okay to say even your kids or nieces and nephews are bad, shitty ass people. I don't give a fuck how much empathy you got for them coming home from jail the third, fourth, fifth fucking time. They're a fucking problem in society, all right? Now either you fix them the fuck up or there should be a batch of motherfuckers out here that fix them up for them. Now I've said this and I said it in front of 4 cops and I basically got an applause for saying it. You motherfuckers need to clean up your own shit. If your trash need to go out to the trash can, right? Are you waiting for somebody to come by your house and pick up the trash and take it out for you? If you need to take a shower, are you waiting for somebody to come by your house and help you take a shower? Are you waiting for somebody to come by your house and help you get into bed or whatever the case may be? Are you waiting for that? Because if you're waiting for that, it would explain now the ideologies that many of you fuckers have. Which is we're all together. No, we're not all together. This boy was killed by black people. He wasn't killed by white people. He wasn't killed by the Illuminati. He wasn't killed by cops. He wasn't killed by some rogue Ku Klux Klan members. He was killed by some niggas going to a black business. Makita's Cookies in Memphis. What we talking about here? So either y'all started believing your own delusion or so caught up in the internet and so caught up in a quote unquote, what y'all like to call out the matrix, but most of the motherfuckers calling out the matrix live in the matrix. I'm in the matrix right now. I'm on Google, YouTube, right? Matrix. You pick what you want to say on here. You pick what direction you want to go on here. You pick what you tell people on here. And I'm hearing a lot of bullshit from a lot of motherfucking people. Sonetta, I like you. But Sonetta, you're one of the most biggest bullshit artists on YouTube. All right. You sit up and y'all have these fucking meaningless debates about all these fucking people from the so-and-so from this and the monologue of this and the epilogue of sure sodorism and all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit got to do with helping anybody out? These kids are ducking fucking bullets when they go home. You got 3 to 4 to 5 groups of motherfuckers. One group that you just went down to Texas to go see, who you call the new Black Party, the new Black Panther Party or whatever. How come these motherfuckers ain't all together marching across the streets nationally? Louis Farrakhan, you got a whole fucking troop out there in Chicago. How come the niggas ain't on the streets watching the streets of Chicago? I guarantee you if they were out there and just their presence alone would slow shit down. Because their parents will be emphasized to be like, oh, okay, or parent would be emphasized to be, oh shit, the nation out here. Now, even if I don't fuck with them, my granddaddy, my grandmama, my aunt, my uncle, they fuck with the nation. I respect the nation now. It can be a whole bunch of shit to go on, but I respect it. And usually that's the response that Louis Farrakhan and many others get, even if they don't know him. My point is, you're not utilizing your tactics to the full publicity that you can, and I got a fucking problem with that, and other people got a problem with it too, and instead of saying something about it, you hide in the shadows. Y'all know what I'm saying, ain't no fucking lie. Y'all know it. And so many of you want to say it. So many of you want to say it, and you just don't say it. Y'all go online and y'all see these motherfuckers on YouTube. Some of these people have been up here for 10 years plus and ask them, yo, all right, what the fuck have you done as far as changing legislation? What have you done as far as start a pantry for people? What have you done to ease the cost of childcare in your constituency, a municipality, or whatever, whatever? And they'll have nothing to give you. But if you ask them how many donations they took in for the day, oh, they'll be able to list that like you like that. They won't even show you or give you the consideration when they do shit. That's why I do it all the time. And I stopped doing it so far because I started seeing some people just watch what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to slow that down a little bit. And I found a new way to do it. You know what I mean? TMH, thank you, sir, if you're watching this. You understand what I'm saying? One major donator out of many that can't even throw in $5, $10, $20. You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all over there down. I've seen niggas donate $50, $100 so Kevin Samuels could buy a new suit. Your morals are messed up. You chase after money and what you think is bright and sparkly. Rags and tatters, nigga. Rags and tatters. So with that, I just want to say R.I.P. Young Dolph. Um, Stop thinking that just because somebody looks like you and they have the same skin color as you, that they're with you, because they're not. Stop thinking on the opposite end of that. If you one of these wacko motherfuckers running around here, stop running around thinking everybody's fucking just like you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not just like you. You understand? 9 times out of 10, I didn't grow up the same way you did. You don't speak any other language besides English. You know any other people besides English people? Do you anything? You see? We're not the same, we're different. And you have to start looking at everybody else as, well, that was his opportunity. Let me go create mine. Or this is his lane. Let me create my own. Or he got $1 million. Let me see what I can do to make $1 million. Or maybe I can get that brother to help me out to make $1 million. That might have been the situation when Young Dolph, motherfucker, was just hungry. It's like, yo, listen to me, man. Same thing they did with Nipsey. Emotional. Raised by ex-club bitches, as Corey Holcomb say. And these motherfuckers are nationwide. And y'all gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I never thought there'd be a day in America where my eyes are more astute and attuned to when a black or Latin man walk past me more than they are when a white man walk past me. Not to say that I don't watch a white man too. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. RP Young Dolph. My name is Davin Lewis. I just want to give my commentary on it. Again, Young Dolph killed at Makita's Cookies down in Memphis today, about an hour or two ago. People down there taking pictures and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to put together a set piece or whatever as I get updated on things or whatever, whatever. So there'll be an upload for that. So y'all watch out for that or whatever, whatever. What I mean by a set piece, I'm going to edit some footage and things like that, put together my style like I do. But yeah, man, this is sad. This is sad, you know. And I hope people take the time to talk about the aesthetics of this as they did when they milked out Alpo. Because once again, that gives you an example of what Black and Latin culture is. You epitomize criminality. You epitomize criminal activity. You epitomize criminal actions. You epitomize anything that goes against the grain. And I'm trying to tell you, if that's what you do and that's how you see it, you got another thing coming because it's going to be something totally different out here happening soon enough. And another thing that I hate is I hate these types that get into these positions. I've worked in offices, okay? And 9 times out of 10, most of the people that I talk to, I've worked in bigger fucking offices than you have. Interscope, Atlantic Records, Bertelsmann Music Group. If you can compare and match, let me know. So the average person, I've had a better job than them. All right. The average person, I have more education than you, being that I graduated. Never have I used that as a utensil to chop down people. No, quite the contrary. I've used that to help people. And what I found in all the helping I've done over 17 years of helping people get jobs, I put food on people's stomachs. I put food in people's refrigerators. You understand what I'm saying? I just had somebody not even a year and a half back thank me for that out of the blue on my Facebook. It's like, I'll never forget that time you did that. I can tell the story. I ain't got to use no names. My man got locked up for some old shit here. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and him ain't like that, but we was cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I saw Christmas was coming. You know what I'm saying? Over in the area where he was at, I seen his girl. And I was like, well, where your man at? Oh, well, that happened. I was like, oh, damn, they came and got him, huh? So I saw that she was paying for shit at the grocery store, whatever, whatever. But it was like she got 3 kids, and I just saw this little bit of food she was getting. I was like, yo, hold up, what the fuck? So I was like, yo, took it to the side. I ain't gonna say her name. She know who it is. She followed me on here. And I said, yo, you know what I'm saying? No, get what you need, whatever, whatever. Don't worry about it. That's my man. Because it was holidays. I think it was going into like Easter or some shit like that. It was some holiday coming up. And maybe Christmas, one or two. But it was still cold outside. I remember that because I had my jacket on. And so I did that. And we never spoke about it. I never spoke about it. She spoke about it like a year and a half ago. So, you know, I've always been a good dude. And it's just, it pains me kind of that you don't see the same in return, or people don't, what do you say, come to action, or call to action when you need it. You know what I'm saying? But they all rally around when somebody died. You know, they all rally around and talk weeks about Alpo. And, you know what I'm saying? Alpo killed 14 people, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all epitomizing that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all think y'all going up, and really y'all just falling down, and you don't realize how quickly you're falling down. Like, that's the amazing thing about it. You're screaming success, you're screaming accomplishment, but I'm sorry, it ain't looking that way. It's looking like a bunch of wannabe failure ass, unaccomplished, fucking braggart, fucking I don't even know. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. My name is Davin Lewis. If you guys would like to purchase my new single, you can so by hitting the description box or whatever. Um, I want to shout out to all, because I get to see who bought the single, if they have a what's the name, and a lot of them names have been white. I want to thank all y'all white folks for doing that for real. I don't depend on nobody of color to do anything anymore. All right, we live in a totally different age, and in some cases, some of you motherfuckers are really a bigger enemy than white people are to me. You know what I mean? I just got to keep it the way it is. Ain't no white person kill young Dolph. You understand what I'm saying? Not to say that the threat of other things can't come from that. Also, if you guys like to donate, it's $ STRINGERBELL 80. That's Stringer Bell 80. That's also in the description box and also be in the pinned comment. I'm a real dude. My name is Davin Lewis. I'm happy to say I've been out of homelessness now for a month. After a quite lengthy run. So I wish I could. Actually, I can show you guys. Matter of fact, why not, right? I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm going to wash clothes, so. But this is my little place right here, my little place. It's beautiful. Hold on, let me turn the corner around. But yeah, y'all can see I ain't got shit in this motherfucker. So, y'all accused the mess. I was cleaning out stuff because I'm going to wash some clothes. But yeah, this is what it looks like when you just moved in. No furniture, no TV, no nothing. So, if you wondering why I'm on this motherfucker ass about donations and everything like that and all that crazy shit, well, there it is. I don't front, I don't pretend and all that shit. I'm not gonna say I sit here 130% of the time and I've got the answers to everything either, because I don't. One thing I do know is I know bullshit, and I know bullshit when I see it, and I know people when they spread bullshit and when they're not doing what they need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? If you say you're about the culture and you say you're about whatever, make decisions the right way when you're purchasing, when you're moving around, when you're donating or whatever. Because a lot of these motherfuckers are getting rich off y'all and renting Airbnbs. You know what I'm saying? And fucking driving Jaguars and Mercedes Benzes and shit that they leased. I'm not doing that shit. I'm going to buy these houses. You understand? So anyway, $STRINGERBELL 80, $10, $20, whatever you want to put in. If not, that's fine too. Purchase a signal. If you don't do that, that's fine too. I'm gonna make it irregardless. And like I said, please don't start applauding for me if you haven't helped right now. That's all I got to say. Other than that, RIP Young Dolph. And if I were you guys, stay away from niggas.